Let's go to the 10 reasons why United States of America still leads the world in the military, political, and economic power. But before we continue, you need to subscribe, like, comment, and share to your friends, to your ex, to your brother, to your relative. So let's hit the button up and scroll to the main point of today.
The US military isn't just strong in 2025, it's unmatched. According to Global Firepower, America ranks number 1 in the world, again. With a power index score of 0.0744, it leads ahead of Russia and China, who trail behind with 0.0788. That might sound close, but in military terms, it's a massive gap. Because when it comes to raw firepower, funding, global reach, and speed, no one even comes close.
In a world racing towards uncertainty, where power is measured not only by might but by influence, innovation, and reach, there is still one nation that stands out like a giant: the United States of America. Some believe China is rising. Others say Russia is resurgent. We've seen their footprints in Ukrainian war. But when the dust settles and the numbers speak, no country on earth matches the scale, depth, and global dominance of America's military power. Let's take a closer look. Open your eye, come close so that you'll see well. Number 1 is the US defense budget, a power backed by billions. Now it's even getting into trillions. The US military budget in 2025 stems over 890 billion US dollars. To put that in perspective, China spends around 300 billion US dollars. Russia barely crosses 110 to 115 billion US dollars yearly. And the next 11 BRICS countries combined still fall short of America's total, which stands at around 500 to 600 billion US dollars. That's not just a number. With 800 plus military bases, a global satellite surveillance network, cutting-edge cyber capabilities, stealth aircraft, and the world's most advanced naval fleet, the U.S. Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. This budget funds readiness, innovations, and reach, ensuring that no corner of the planet is out of America's sight or reach. Number 2 is military bases. America's global footprint and presence. Wherever conflict brews, you will find an American base nearby. With over 800 military bases in over 70 countries, America projects power not just from its homeland, but from every continent, be it in Germany, Europe, Japan, South Asia, South Korea, Italy, the Philippines, Bahrain, Guam, Djibouti. Russia and China, their global military presence have nothing to do with global dominance. Minimal in comparison. You can't compare because they hardly have military presence anyway. When war breaks out, logistics determine survival. And America already has runways, fuel, ammo, and intelligence, smart systems, and network in place. That's not preparation. That's dominance. Number 3 is the Nimitz-class carriers, floating cities of power and dominance. Now picture this: a floating fortress 1,092 feet long, capable of launching fighter jets every 25 seconds, housing over 5,000 US military-ready marines and sailors, powered by nuclear reactors that keep it at sea for nearly 3 decades. No docking, no refueling. In fact, the Nimitz class don't know the pump price. That's the Nimitz class aircraft carrier. And America doesn't have one. It has 10. Each stationed around the entire world and always on high oceanic waves, escorted by a strike group of destroyers, cruisers, and submarines. No other country comes close. Russia get only one, and it's aging. China, 2 of that type though, they try, still learning the ropes. If aircraft carriers are the chessboard of naval warfare, America is playing with a full set of queens. If it's a football, they finalize the game with strike force. If it's like drought, all their carriers are kings. 4. America's tech dominance, it's a warfare in digital age. Who owns the digital world? America. Warfare today is not just bullets and bombs, it's algorithms, satellites, internet, chips. The America is the brain of modern war. There are the beginners, the sustainers, and the end gamers. From Silicon Valley manufacturing advanced AI chips to classified defense lab in DARPA, the US leads the world in advanced integrated circuits. The tiny chips that power missiles, tanks, drones, fighter jets, satellites, and even precision targeting systems. Russia and China still depended American-made, or they stole it from America. Now there are sanctioned or restricted, always a generation behind if you check their technology. That's why we have what is called Chinese products. You all know what I mean. Without American chips, their war machines go dark. Number 5, alliance, the power of many. China and Russia might act tough, but America doesn't stand alone. NATO, the Quad, AUKUS, and the Five Eyes, and dozens of bilateral defense agreements with nations like Japan, South Korea, Australia, and Israel. Yearly defense budget among the bloc 2025 is 1.2 trillion US dollars. These aren't just handshakes. There are shared intelligence, joint military exercises, and combined rapid response forces. In wartime, allies don't just help, they multiply power. Russia, China, you won't mention, the alliances are shallow, suspicious, and untested for once. Presently abandoned Iran during the 12-day war among the BRICS countries. They could not stand with India during the Kashmir terror attacks that leads to conflict between India and Pakistan. The only thing they do is to use AI-generated images to effect their win and come to the world and threaten the world with nuclear warfare. Number 6, combat experience, battle-tested and bloodied. For over 20 years, the U.S. military has operated in high-stakes combat zones, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and the Horn of Africa, with some other branch military ops, guns for hire and other special forces, drones, urban warfare, counterinsurgency, air superiority that no military in the world has more recent real-world combat experience alike. China, no major war since 1979. Russia, still struggling with logistics and morale in Ukraine, seen as the underdogs, a war that was meant to last weeks, now dragging into 3 years. America doesn't just train for war, it knows it, controls it, and sells it to the highest bidder. Can you beat that? Imagine sitting down and be crying, America is the city of war, they were meant for war. Oh, such a little pony crying about being fair. That's for weak. Number 7, check out the American economy. War chest without a bottom. You can't win a long war without money, and the US economy, valued at over 31 trillion in 2025, is the most powerful on earth. It funds innovation, crazy researches, it builds ships, planes, and bases. It supports veterans, maintains global supply chains, and fuels the military-industrial complex that few nations could dream of matching their footprints. China's economy is slowing, Russia's is sanctioned and shrinking, but the US still growing, still investing, still the economic engine of the free world. Only an individual worth is about 400 billion US dollars. The world richest man. Can you beat that? The recent trade war is to recall all the companies that domicile in the South Asia back home. Check number 8, nuclear triad deterrence through strength. America's nuclear arsenal isn't just big, it's built to survive. The US maintains a powerful nuclear triad. ICBMs hidden deep underground, stealth bombers capable of global strikes, ballistic submarines that vanish into the oceans. Russia has numbers but aging systems. China is building but still catching up. Who doesn't know Chinese products except you are saved by God? Their engines can sing songs like the old German 1814 steam engine and prone to take off like a Chinese handset with fully charged battery. America's command and control system's second strike capability and precision targeting, making it clear you got no hiding place. The message: we are always looking, eavesdropping, and detecting. No one wins a nuclear war, but America ensures no one dares to start one. Number 9 in the list is cyber and space, the new frontiers. The new battlefields is invisible, cyberspace and the stars both. The U.S. Cyber Command works round the clock to intercept, neutralize, and retaliate against threats. And with the creation of Space Force, America ensures no satellite or orbital advantage is left to chance. China may launch more rockets. Russia may launch propaganda, but America builds the infrastructure of the future. GPS, surveillance, early warning systems, command and control from orbit are the tech giants that leaves Chinese and the Russian Federation in panic. They are still learning to catch up. Number 10 in the list is leadership and legacy. America is not just perfect, but when the world calls for help, it calls America first. From World War II to the War on Terror, from the Cold War to the peacekeeping missions, the U.S. military doesn't just fight to power, it fights for principle. In every corner of the globe, there are people alive today because American troops showed up and didn't back down. That's not just strength, that's leadership. The U.S. is still world number 1 most powerful country. Can Russia and China challenge the U.S.? Yes, they can. Can they match its alliances? No. Can they match its economic? No, not yet. Can they match its military reach, its carrier fleet, its chip technology, or nuclear readiness? No, 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 no. In a true war game scenario, America doesn't just have the edge. It has the high ground, the foresight, and the firepower to win. So the next time someone claims the world is shifting away from the U.S. dominance, ask them this. Do they have 10 Nimitz-class carriers? Do they have 800 military bases stationed around the world? Do they have Silicon Valley, Fort Bragg, and the 101 Airborne? Do they have allies on every continent? If the answer is no, then they are not ready. Yeah, you heard me well. Until then, you are just a noisy neighbor trying to buy attention from gullible Africans.